What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with me, Rassss. So, I know we've been doing a lot of other missions. We're getting back to the F-18, the trainings from that, and for today's episode, it is the using the harm on PB mode. So, let's get it started.
Welcome to the F-18C AGM-88 harm and pre-brief mode. You begin at 2,500 feet MSL, 430 knots, just north of Sanoki-Koki Air Base, heading towards the SA-10. You are in active pause. Unless otherwise indicated, most highlighted button presses and spacebar presses will immediately forward the lesson to the next step. On your first time through the training, it is recommended that you listen fully to each set of instructions before taking the action that will move the lesson forward. Your first steps are to configure the Hornet as you would have for this mission before getting to this point. This will be done in active pause. Master Arm On has already been set, and you are in air-to-ground mode. Since you do not need the radar during this flight, the self-protection jammer has been set to transmit. In the next steps, you will set the situational awareness display to assist in a SEAD attack. Set the SA-10 site as your target, and set the autopilot to fly the aircraft while you configure harm and electronic warfare systems. When ready to continue, press the spacebar.
Alrighty, let's continue.
Setting up SA. On the center AMPCD, bring up the SA page to better depict the relation of your flight plan with the SA-10. Press PB-18 and then PB-13 to set SA. Then press PB-15 SEQI sequence to see the flight path.
On the SA, you will notice that you are already within the SA-10's missile engagement zone. However, terrain masking will keep you hidden. Setting the SA-10 site as a target. Waypoint 2 needs to be set as the target. Cycle to Waypoint 2 using PB-12, up arrow.
Then designate the waypoint with WPDSG waypoint designate PB-14.
Setting the autopilot. For this mission, we will initially use the autopilot in heading select and B-alt mode. To set the heading, first press and keep pressing the heading switch until HSEL appears on the UFC.
Alrighty, so I was gonna press it, but I'm just gonna highlight it because
Then
I have the controller.
6-5 on the UFC and press enter. On the upfront controls, bring up the autopilot functions by pressing AP. Then press the option buttons for HSEL and B-Alt. With this complete, you are ready to fly and begin setting up the harm system and configuring the electronic warfare countermeasures. When ready, press the spacebar to continue and begin flying.
Let's go.
Configuring the harm. On the left DDI, press PB6, harm.
On the harm display, first select PB by pressing PB3. The first harm shot will use pull up harm profile against the Big Bird search radar. While the Big Bird radar is not yet visible on your radar warning receiver display, it is active, and the harm seeker will see it once the missile climbs above terrain masking. Set pull up HRM with PB1. To set the harm's seeker to the Big Bird radar, press PB14 UFC on the left DDI. Then press the UFC target or TGT up into the code 104 on the UFC number pad, followed by int.
Configure the Hornet's EW display and countermeasures. For this tutorial, the EW countermeasure settings are designed to be completely automatic to let you focus on the harm training. Begin by setting the right DDI to EW by pressing PB18 and then PB17 EW.
Set the ALE 47 countermeasures dispenser to your desired configuration by pressing PB8, then pressing PB19. Cycle standby, man 1, semi-automatic 1, auto 1. With 120 chaff rounds, auto 1 is recommended.
All right, so we have an
You are
auto
now
one.
ready to engage the SA-10. On the HUD, you should see harm mode. The steering line is centered and the range is counting down.
Range right
When the
here.
range reaches near
Harm.
37 nautical miles, the HUD will change to show that you are in range for a harm pull-up shot. Turn autopilot off and begin a climb to put the velocity vector centered inside the carab brackets. Then press and hold the weapons release button.
Alrighty, so at 37, we should get the carrots up here. It's hard to see. So 38. See the carrots? We're gonna pull up, press and hold, and
Magnum.
Magnum.
Now,
Once the missile is away, level out and descend to approximately 4,000 feet MSL to remain radar masked. Your next target
There we
will
go.
be the SA-10 flat lid tracking radar, tin symbol on the RWR displays, which will activate as the SA-10 site attempts to engage you. First, set the harm seeker by pressing PB14 on the left DDI. Then select the target UFC option button. And finally, enter the code 110 with the UFC number pad and press int. On the lower right side of the harm display, left DDI, you should see 110 under TGT. You will need to be visible to the SA-10 in order for it to engage you and activate its flat lid radar. Since you must unmask from behind the terrain, a harm aircraft pull-up mode is a viable tactic. Enter the mode by pressing PB2 A/C on the left DDI. You are now ready to engage the SA-10 tracking radar. You will notice the HUD has changed. A solid line now crosses the steering line above the velocity vector. This is the attitude line, marking the nose-up attitude the aircraft must achieve in order to launch the harm in aircraft pull-up mode. When you reach about 20 nautical miles range to target, turn autopilot off, begin to pull up, and press and hold the weapons release button. Continue to pull up until the velocity vector crosses the attitude line. A harm will automatically launch. Magnum.
There we go.
Missile away. Continue the climb until around 10,000 feet MSL. This will unmask you and allow the SA-10 to attempt to shoot you down. When this happens, 10 indicator on the EW and RWR plus warning tones. Execute standard SAM evasion maneuvering and countermeasures. Remember, harm override is on, and you have 2 missiles left that can be used to attack the SA-10
Oh shit.
in self-protection SP mode. Good luck.
So you gotta have the SAM locking you. So the other, oh, see, that one hit. That's what I've noticed.
Good kill.
See, another damage, but it hits you. So I've practiced this
Success.
many a times.
You have knocked out the SA-10 by disabling or destroying the SA-10 flap lid tracking radar. If you have AGM-88s left over, you may attempt to engage any remaining radars at the SA-10 site. At any time, you may exit the training or fly back to the carrier to land. Press spacebar to continue or escape to end the flight.
Alrighty, so as I was saying, ATC 127, TAC and 74 X-ray. Okay. So we're gonna fire one more harm this way with the AC on, the AC mode, and I'm gonna try and be more aggressive on the evading maneuvers, however you want to call it. So we're gonna pass 20 nautical miles. We will turn around. We'll try and fire that one again. AC mode, you're lofting the plane. You're basically cranking up the plane and lofting the missile yourself, whereas the harm mode, it lofts automatically. So we're keeping the target the same, 110, because it was damaged, but it wasn't destroyed. So we're just gonna fire another one. We have to be at and just give it some time. We'll turn around now, start turning. Gonna start cranking up. There's our target. We still have it on waypoint 2. Get some speed. Press and hold. Weapons release. Magnum. We're gonna keep on climbing. We got 12,000 feet. They should start seeing us. I'm gonna start cranking. And there it is. And you can tell already that it's not gonna hit the target. It's not even. Let's see. See? It's off target already. So, which on AC mode, they're, like he says, you need to have the lock on. They need to have the lock on you for the missile to track it. And we're gonna do the last harm on not AC mode, but the harm mode, where it lofts it by itself. We'll head on back.
Altitude.
I know. There we go. Let's try this one more time. Same thing, we're gonna do 20 miles, 25 actually. Actually, we'll do, what, 30? Just to give it time to do its own loft and stuff like that. We haven't changed anything as far as target. We just changed the mode. So instead of AC, it's on harm pull-up mode. Got one missile weighing my left wing down. All right, let's see. We're at 18. Perfect. We'll end up turning around. Look at that little airport. Landing strip. Look at that. And there's another one. Alrighty. Where are we at? We're at 23. I think that should be good. Let's start turning around. There's our target right up ahead, and press and hold.
Magnum.
Released. Perfect. There it goes.
Winchester AGM-88 harm.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn around. Is it on? There you go. I believe that's where the TACAN is. And let's just put it on here and let's have an eye. Well, this one's gonna miss again. There it goes. So our target was over here. Don't ask me why it's not tracking it properly. Maybe it didn't have enough energy. I'm gonna go ahead and say it didn't have enough energy because I was really low on altitude, but the other one fired at around 3,000. I don't know. Well, there's that one. So on to the next chapter. I believe it's inputting target waypoints. I believe it, something like that. So anyways, I hope you liked it. Hit that like, hit that sub, and hit that bell. Don't forget. And I'll catch you in the air next time. Peace. Alright guys, well, I had to do this again because I didn't feel entirely comfortable with how the training went, missing those other two targets, but I know why. I have realized why now. Here we go. Magnum. All right.
Now, on
Lower the speed.
Level out and descend to approximately 4. Your next target will be the SA-10 flap lid tracking radar.
We're gonna wait on that. Let's have an eye on this.
set the harm seeker by pressing PB14 on the left DDI.
It really lost it. Or lost itself. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyways, so while that goes, so let's see. On here, I was looking for the codes for the sites, right? So 104, there's the 88. It's traveling. 88's going for this one. So 104 attacks this one, the SA10, which on the code that I found. What in the world? There we go. So here we go. Ah, damn it. So there it is. And we got codes here. And when it hits, the 110 goes for the SA10 Grumble, which is this right here. The Grumble. Let's see if it's accurate. It's coming. It's going. There it goes. Sees our target. It's coming close and closer and closer. So for the next target, it's gonna tell us the big bird, which is the 104. And which is this one. Is it? I don't know why it says Grumble. But anyways, let's follow it. It's coming. It's going. It seems to have range. And boom. So I took that one out. Let's go for the other one, which is
select the finally
110.
Code 110 with the UFC on the lower right side of the harm display, left DDI. You should see you are now ready to engage the SA-10 tracking radar.
All right.
You will notice the HUD has changed.
I was trying to go slow.
The line now crosses the steering line above the velocity vector. This is the attitude line.
Autopilot's off.
Attitude the aircraft must achieve in order to launch the HAR in aircraft pull-up mode.
Take that off because it was fighting us.
Reach about 20 nautical miles, range to target, turn autopilot off, begin to pull up.
So 20 nautical miles was not working for us, right?
Pull up until the velocity vector.
So we're gonna do it at between 15 and 10.
Automatically launch.
So close here. This is where it kind of makes sense, and I'll show you why. At the rate that you fire it, the rate the missile goes, it gives you enough time
Magnum.
There you go. So we're gonna keep on climbing, right?
Missile away. Continue to climb until
The SAM has to get a lock on you. There you go.
ask you and allow the SA-10 to attempt to shoot you down.
Here we go. Burning. Got a lock. But the missile's close enough. And
good kill.
And of course, let's try and
Success. You have knocked out
right,
the
success. The missile's probably gonna hit us, right? Maybe not, because the radar's dead.
If you have AGM-88C,
But that was the whole thing.
you may attempt to engage
Let me lower him for a second.
at the SA-10 site.
So the whole thing is get close enough. If you're gonna do the AC mode, you have to get close enough to give the missile like that speed, that distance, right? So if you do it at 20 nautical miles, on the previous video, right? You saw that it just wasn't enough. The missile was still traveling. By the time, you know, you're trying to avoid and evade all these missiles, the missile loses track because you're trying to notch the radar. And the missile needs to keep getting that lock from the SAM site. Now, we're going to go to the next one. And the next one, let me just head on out for a little bit. We're going to do B Alt. And this is what we're going to do. So, let's say 10 is down. Or it's hurt, right? It doesn't even lock us. You saw that. So I'm not worried about it. But this is the one I want to attack. And if you look down here, it says low altitude. S300 PS low altitude. And if we go to our chart, which is pretty cool, there is a Kneeboard download in DCS website to download this. So you can have it while you're flying. So we're looking at surface watching. And where are you? Low altitude. There is the clamshell, low altitude. It's 103. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna see if we can knock that out. We're 60 miles out. Let's get some burn there. And I'm sorry for the voice. I got sick over my weekend. I don't know what. It's not COVID, unfortunately, right? And I only say that because I'm just messing, right? But thank God it's not that. I just got a weird like flu, cold, and allergies at the same time. So I'm just downing halls like crazy. So 22 miles. Let's turn around. So now, instead of AC, we're going to do harm again, the loft. And then we said 103. So 103 it is. Here we go. Turning. And loft it. We got pretty good speed on it, so it should work well. I give B Alt, drop the speed a little bit. Let's track it. Let's see if it'll go to where we want it to. We're looking it to hit that. So let's hope that it's on track. Where are you? Here we go. Let's keep an eye on it. And let's see if we got it right. Let me tell you, it was bugging me. Trying to figure out why it wasn't just hitting, but it's not going to go for the same signal if the code's off, or that signal's disrupted because we damaged it or destroyed it. And then this is a different radar satellite, so there's a different code to it. It looks like it's tracking properly. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. So, with that being said, we're at 10 miles. Let's do this real quick. Let me see if that... Because technically... No. Oh, hey. You launched? I didn't think it would. Let's see. No, I don't think it's gonna hit. No, that's okay. Now, oh, sorry. Damn it. So I don't think it tracked because it's already damaged. Whoa. Now, since it's already damaged, it won't attack it unless maybe you have the targeting pods. That's what I'm guesstimating. At this point, you can just deactivate
Altitude.
the waypoint targeting because you hit it, you know where you're going. We're out of missiles. We're gonna... There we go. It was done anyways. Well guys, I hope you like that second version a little bit better. Remember to hit that like, hit that follow, and that ding ding. I'll catch you in the air next time, guys. Peace.